Algo boxes running, I'm reaching my goal. Nike flashing, trades in the clear. Bowling just squeezing, I see no fear. Currency flowing, surfing the waves. Super alpha, omega leading the way. Enigma bot whispering all through the night. Making moves and everything's tight. Charts on my canvas, I paint it with trades. Candlesticks dance as the profits cascade. Bears and bulls, they come and they go. But I hold my ground, watch the capital grow. Risk and reward, it's all in the game. Algo box guiding, no need for fame. Late nights grinding, I stay in the zone. Counting blessings as I claim the throne. On the track that we trade away. Takes like and we never give up. Algo box coming, showing the way. Money flowing in from night to day.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 6.
Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Test 1, test 2. Okay, good right there. Happy Monday. It is Mentorship Monday. Welcome aboard to all the new folks. Let's get started. Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is Algo, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Oates room. Are you ready indeed? Good morning. Let's get into it. Let me get the multi-chart screen here. Take a look at the news we've got on schedule here for this morning. Let me set some of these always on tops off 1 second. Friday, one. All right. Let's see, I see an 8:30 in there. We're already past that. And quite a few things, but they are end of day and after hours. Okay, so this morning we literally have nothing scheduled, but that doesn't mean that Trump and his team aren't going to be, you know, going to news outlets and saying whatever they want when they want. So let's make sure we got financial juice turned on there as well to know when we might have some extra volatility.
Voice news disconnected.
Be connected here. Refresh the page. Financialjuice.com. For those who are new, who don't know about the audio news source that we use, almost every trader out there now pretty much uses Financial Juice. I don't know of anybody not using that at this point who is trading. Welcome aboard. It's a bit quiet. Let me see if I can make an adjustment or get a little closer to the mic here. Let's see. I forget which way to turn it. There we go.
Danish foreign minister says EU members find Trump's threatened 30% tariffs absolutely unacceptable.
Oh, so many strong words being said lately. The mic should be pretty hot now. Can you guys hear it all right? It's coming through my earpiece. I can tell it's it's hotter now. Is that better? Okay, let's look at the
Brazil to ask the US for a tariff reduction to 30%.
Let's look at the high time frame here. So from Friday, pretty big gap down there. I mean, everybody and their brother is going to be looking at that. You can't miss that. So it's so significant that we do need to go ahead and mark up the gap closure there. So what I'm looking at, we don't look at this very often because it doesn't happen this big, and I don't think it's that big a deal anyway. Our system doesn't need it, but we're going to look to the last candle from Friday, which is that little kind of long cross there. And I want to just mark the very bottom of that cross, and we'll see if they come back and fill that in. Is basically the general idea of that. Pretty common. I'm going to press F6 here, and I'll draw a white line there. So that white line on the 89 is going to designate the gap closure around the 22920. Now, because there's a giant big red line that we've got, this is something that no one else does see right there. That's, I don't know if anybody else doesn't see it, but we are the only product that has that I'm aware of. 22920.25 could halt that from going all the way to gap fill, where everybody's anticipating it to go there, and they get everybody pressing the buy button, buy, so they can get into their short positions and start to move the position back down. So watch that 22920 area. Where's that? 2620, I believe. My eyes are reading that well. All right.
Could ask for tariff postponement for 90 days.
I'm going to pop that over. All right. And coming back from a red day on Friday, had all kinds of issues. I'll probably get into that here this morning, but first thing I want to focus on is the new day to make sure we don't have anything that I might miss. So gap here, I'm going to go ahead and press F6 here on the mid-range as well. Also, I need to get the optimized range for NQ. Does anybody already have that off the top of your head there where I can? Otherwise, I'll go check the chat. But if somebody's got it handy, that would be awesome for NQ. What is our optimized range this week as we start a new week? Ran the optimizations and posted those last night. Let's see. 37. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. 37R, enter. All right, that's a significant difference from last week. And that does change the look of things here. Zoom that back a little bit. All right, 37 this week. I'm going to save workspace. So one of the things that I like to do, pro tip, once I've changed that for the beginning of the week, then save workspace. So that if you have to close out later in the day or something to come back, you don't have to do it again. So, all right, that's locked in. I've got full auto turned on across the boards up top.
EU trade chief on trade negotiations with the US says it takes 2 hands to clap.
That's cute. That's a new one. Looking for... I obviously have too many scenes in OBS here. Where I have one that's like logo only. And zoom in a little bit more. I always forget what I call this thing. Okay, full screen playing with logo. That's what I wanted. Okay. So got full auto turned on across 6 instruments up top. NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and the Dow makes up the nerd. And then I've got 2 more over here, plus 2. We've got gold and crude oil running on full auto, Enigma V3. And then I will be focused on the NASDAQ down here on discretionary and cyborg trading. Real quick before we get started, it is still about 11 minutes to the US Open. So I'll give a quick tour around for the new folks over there. Look at the rules on the left-hand side and SOPs. SOPs is standard operating procedures, and goals, not necessarily rules, because rules, I don't think you should break rules, but SOPs, standard operating procedures, are meant to be bent and adapted from when market calls for it. But standard operating procedures, 5 or 6 trades here in the morning, 60 to 90 minutes, 3 steps to entry rule. The nerd filter, that's this guy up here. That's our direction filter. It's going to tell us where the NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and Dow are directionally moving at that time. It's generally a better idea to be moving with the herd than against it. Arrow color is going to refer to the arrow over here. Arrows on the MACV on the mid filter area. And then we'll be executing on one of these on the cheat sheets. If you've not printed out your cheat sheets yet, make sure you get those. They're on the left-hand side of Discord. Again, our Discord is free. And welcome aboard to all the new folks. If you have questions, pop them in the chat there. Today's a good day to bring them on a Monday. We'll try to get those answered. Good morning, Dak. Good morning, Plutonium. Eddie's got a link for you to subscribe if you've not subscribed already. Enable those bell notifications. I did notice, looking at the stats sometimes on the back end, and it said about 50% of those who are already subscribed don't have all notifications turned on. And so you might be missing out when we go live. So make sure you select all notifications turned on. There's also another stat, even lower amount of people actually have the notifications for YouTube enabled on their phone. So if you want the alert to pop up on your phone, in the YouTube settings, you'll need to enable your phone to be allowed to receive notifications on your phone. And that's just YouTube, that's not us. But you're not getting any YouTube notifications for anything that comes.
We need a systemic solution.
It's trying to come to your phone.
Trying to earth curves.
So you may want to check that phone setting for YouTube as well. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Daniel. Manicure, welcome aboard. Good morning, Kazi. Good morning, Noob. Wilbur's in the house. Good morning. Andrew, Brian, Mr. Chetty, Mr. Hendricks. Good morning, Josh. Smash that like button. Awesome. Good morning, Pete. Dork is in the house. Good morning, hobos. Good morning, Captain Rex, Brandon, Martone. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, David. Good morning, Meyer. Good morning, Ninja Scalp. Good morning, Pablo. We still have about 7 minutes to the US Open. Speaking of notifications, just got my new notification that, or not new notification, the notification that my new monitor could be delivered today or tomorrow. This monitor I had started fritzing out last week. It did not on Friday,
I have seen some,
but that's just a good sign that it's time to go. And it was wild. It's literally doing this weird
keeping on the S&P.
vibrating looking thing. It's like, I'm about to die on you, bro.
Double Delta NQ on the
The
6.
headlines so far, we'll see if we can find any.
So,
Just against
Plutonium, I did end up picking up that IPS that you recommended. So I'm excited about IPS because I was looking at those other ones and they weren't IPS. Oh man, that's going to be so nice. IPS just looks so good. You really can't beat that. I mean, you can with OLED, yes, but OLED has that terrible fade effect thing that continuously happens while you're right in the middle of a trade. You're trying to be real still and get ready. Got your left hand on buy, right hand on sell, and you know you have to like maximize the screen, minimize the screen to get off the fade thing. And dude, that is just. I lived with that for a while when I tried the 55 OLED and was like, dude, I am never doing this again. Yeah, IPS looks so nice. My kids have that for their gaming setups, and my wife would walk by sometimes. She'd be like, man, the kids' screens look so good. Why do they look so good? I'm like, I know they do, don't they? She's like, yeah, they almost look like they have different colors. And I'm like, I know. It's hard to describe. You have to see it in person. Okay, we have a mega late Nate coming in here on the 4s. What time is it? 9:25. Okay, this is coming in on the 4s, and actually I do think I want to switch back to the 4s here for Monday. Put my 6 up here up top. And we move it down here to the 4s. So 4 algo bars. Let me turn off one there and put it here.
Touch NQ on the 37.
Okay, we got a mega late Nate here. As soon as I hear them stop clacking, I'm gonna look to grab that short here. Let me see if I'm missing something. A lot of buying going in through there, and no big guys need to worry about.
EU Trade Chief Sefcovic says it was clear from EU ministers that we would need to go for rebalancing measures if US discussions fail.
I need to add 3 days of data here to this chart. It's Monday and Sunday. Don't forget if you have not been through our boot camp, I think everybody has. Most of the people who are hanging out with here with us. If you have not been through our boot camp,
NQ on the 89.
let me know there in the chat. And I'm kind of curious. Okay, so there we go. I'll jump in on this 8 after the Mega Late Nate here. Mega Late Nate coming in right here. I'm going to mark that right in the middle of the Mega Late Nate. See if we can turn to it. The little difficult part here is that we got prior close and the P point right up above me. So we may launch up into that, and I will give that another slap. But I'm FOMOing at this spot right here to see if I can grab it in case it comes down. Nope, we're cracking the top of the cross here, so I'm going to half up. Ryan, you're on video number 4. That's a good quote. That's a good point. If you have not done the boot camp, type a 0. If you're in the boot camp and you're on one of the days, so which day video that you're on? Are you on video 1? Type a 1. If you're on video 2, 3. Ryan just said he's on number 4. Let me know what number you're on there. If you are new with us, we'll try to chat about some of those topics. Okay, that gap that we talked about earlier is just now being closed. They have pushed through it. Two minutes before the open here.
One minute to go now to begin the market on open imbalance data.
Oh yeah, I see small bull just came in right here. Might just call it this whole area because they bought this whole leg here.
on the 37. Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, that is the third. So I've got a Titanic zone here. 1, 2, and 3. It's our third one in the series. Trying to hit that. I think I'm going to be in a spot here because of the open. They might launch this. We'll see here. Here's king timing.
Market on
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Sell side
Upper bands touch NQ on the 37.
Sell side 6.5 million. Dow 30 sell side 15.4 million. And Mag 7 buy side 0.2 million.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 37. Double delta NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 6. Double bands NQ on the 37. Upper bands touch NQ on the 37 on the NQ4.
EU Trade Chief Sefcovic says the EU and US are working to find a solution for Section 232 tariffs.
Just locked. Oh, come on. We've not had a lock in a long time. Why lock now? No. All right, 1 second.
Trade Chief Sefcovic says the plan is to confer with US counterparts later on Monday on the state of play. Sefcovic says, I believe there is still potential to continue US trade negotiations.
Enigma long on the NQ4.
Whispers, now's the time. Silent, no sound to make.
Okay, so we're coming back down to which I was a bit bigger on that. All right, I'm gonna kill it right there.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Clear from EU ministers that we will need to.
That's the first lock we've had in a while. I gotta turn full auto back on here. 1 second.
If US discussions fail. Adding any US
Lower
deal
bands
has to
touch
be
NQ
acceptable
on the
to the
37.
members and European Parliament.
Double
Ugh,
delta NQ
all right.
on the 4.
Bummer.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Lower bands touch NQ on the 37.
Okay, we had our little bull in here.
Enigma short on the RTY3.
Titanic zone. We came back through. Probably already dropped 100 ticks from the top. Let's see. Yeah, 172 tick drop off the top already. Boo. All right. Well, couldn't really take good advantage of all that movement. We are inside of the little bull. We'll see if the little bull defends. We want to look for 2 crosses inside of the little bull. There's cross 1 up above. It's not inside, so I don't know if I'll count that one. I would need 2 somewhere inside of the green zone there, unless I misdrew that. If I drew that improperly. I mean, they could have covered, yeah, they could have covered this whole area. I'm going to extend that. They bought through that entire leg there, just maintained full control of it. So that is the first. We want to see the second one. There's the DCR. Yeah, I'm hearing clacking coming through here. I'm gonna buy this. We'll see if that bat will tell me yes or no if we're on it. All right, target's filled there through the buying there. We had the switch. Sorry, can't talk to that through that very easily. It's too fast there to walk through. Oh, cracked the top there. Boo. Tried to get clever with it, back down in. There we go. I'm going to try it one more time here. Shark back will be the play to see if we can push it back inside.
Have the House Committee on Rules that will be discussing Anti-CBD Surveillance State Act, Digital Asset Market Clarity Act 2025, Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for US Stablecoins Act, and the Department of Defense Appropriations Act.
Nope. Coming back to PoE.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, got the Super AO and top lines in place. All right, got my full 40. I'll take it. Could have held all the way to the shark back there. From top to back of the shark back, it's 88 ticks. Let's see where 100 would be.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, so it just got to the 100 right there, right back behind the shark. Awesome, Brandon. Happy to hear it, sir. Yeah, it was pretty candy there. Unfortunate for the lockup. Happens sometimes.
Divergence up NQ on the 9. Double delta NQ on the
All right, Super AO to the long side. Oh, wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got slipped. Hold on. Okay, so I tried to grab that Super AO and it snapped so fast I couldn't react fast enough there. And I don't want to get that far off on a play like that. Very nice 65 tick up move instantly off of the Super AO. Should have had my fingers on the trigger there. Super AOs are superb at the moment. Good morning, Cal. Good morning, Marcus. Good morning, Augustin. Great to see you, sir. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Okay, crack through the diamond.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Oh, it switch dotted. Whoa, it switch dotted. It's actually a short there. So we went green to red.
So Tesla shares hit 2-week high after Musk says it does not support merger between companies.
That was tricky there.
So last time
Lower
once
bands.
more
So we had,
37.
there's a power headshot there, and it switch dotted. So up to the down, that is a power headshot short. Tried to catch it, did not. Just market's moving a little too quick there this morning. Should have stayed on the 6s. If I had stayed on the 6s, this would probably be a little bit slower.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
You just locked, Andrew? Yeah, it's moving very fast this morning. You're going to need to be on a higher time frame for NQ. I really should be switching this to the 6s. In fact, I'm going to do that. I already closed out my other 6 there, trying to unlock myself from earlier. I'm going to go to 6s here.
NQ on the 9. Divergence up NQ on the 9.
A lot of speed going on.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 37. Lower bands touch NQ on the 37. Lower bands touch NQ on the 37. Lower bands touch NQ on the 37.
Okay, we're hitting a shark back on the 9s.
NQ on the 37.
Oh, don't lock on me now. Look at this. We had the shark back right here. Don't tell me it locked. No.
in sync, even if you're offline. Double delta rising, stay aligned. Who would have thought that trading could be done by telepathy? The candles are rising, my screen's lighting up. What I would do if I had the algorithm, I'd double the delta too. You know I'm just one trade away. If you want it, simply Algo box and play. Miles apart, alpha omegas are connected. Even when you're not expecting, you know I've got a plan today. Hold to opposing signal, let it sway. The numbers tell me everything you're thinking. I imagine the enigma already.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
US Treasury yields turn lower. 10-year yield last down slightly, about
Fib.NQ on the 37.
4.411%. So again, US Treasury yields turning lower. 10-year yield last slightly down at about 4.411%.
Okay, so where is that coming? I was trying to get it here, and
Lower
where are
band
we at
touch
here?
NQ
All
on
right,
the
starting to hear
89.
buyers step now. It's going to be tricky. All right, I'm going to take the loss. My goodness, 2 locks in the morning. That is no good. And I lost my drawings. Okay. So it's going to be one of those days. Lovely. All right, we are floating the open line. One of my least favorite places to take plays around the open.
Away from 5% level, last down about 4.955%.
Enigma short on the NQ4. Double delta NQ on the 37. Fib.NQ on the 6. Lower bands touch NQ on the 89. Double delta NQ on the 6.
Also, the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index down 2.2%.
Super AO here, just waiting to hear the buyers die off for a second. Whenever they die off, I'll slap at it. King timing coming in a couple of bars. Nope, we're pushing through it.
Touch NQ on the 37. Upper bands touch NQ on the 37. Upper bands touch
Also,
NQ on
reminder
the
at top of
37.
the hour, Trump and NATO's rut are due to speak. So, Trump participating in a meeting with Secretary General of NATO Rutte at the Oval Office in closed press. So
Upper bands touch
probably won't
NQ
give
on the
a video.
37.
We'll try and find one and pop it on the feed if we do find one.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 37. Divergence down NQ on the 9. Upper bands touch NQ on the 37. Upper bands touch NQ on the 37. Upper bands touch NQ on the 37.
No way, we just locked up again. Okay. You've got to be kidding me. All right, it can't handle full auto and all this at the same time here today. Too much activity. The Dow chart is locked up now as well. My goodness.
Hear the pings from my Algo box, listening to the market's rhythm as it talks. We're in sync, even if you're offline. Double delta rise and stay aligned. Ooh, who would have thought that trading could be done by telepathy? The candles are rising, the screens lighting up. What I would do if I had to do, if I had the algorithm, I'd double the delta too. By night and by day, by night and by day. I can hear the things on my own box, listening to the market's rhythm as it talks. We're in sync, even if you're offline. Double delta rise and stay aligned. Who would have thought that trading could be done by telepathy? The market's rhythm as it talks. We're in sync as it talks. We're in sync, even if you're offline. Double delta rise and stay aligned. Stay aligned, stay aligned. Who would have thought that trading could be done by telepathy? The candles are rising, my screen's lighting up. What I would do if I had the algorithm, a double. You know I'm just one trade away. If you wanted to be alpha part, alpha omegas are connecting, and I hurt you even when you're not expecting. You know I've got a plan today. Hold to opposing signal, let it sway, and I'm just telling me everything you're thinking. I imagine the enigma already kicking. Who would have thought that trading could be done by telepathy? The candles are rising, the screen's lighting up. What I would do if I had
Fib.NQ on the 9.
I double the delta too. By night and by day, by night and by day. You know
Double delta NQ on the 9.
I can see the signs, I can see the signs. What's your next move? It's all over the candle shining right through. 'Cause I can see the lines, I can see the lines. I can hear the pings from my Algo box, listening to the market's rhythm as it talks. We're in sync even if you're offline. Double delta rise and stay aligned. Who would have thought that trading could be done by telepathy? The candles are rising, the screen's lighting up. What I would do if I had the algorithm, I'd double the delta too. By night and by day, by night and by day. You know that I can read the charts too. I can see the signs, I can see the signs. What's your next move? It's all over the candle shining right through. 'Cause I can see the lines, by night and by day. Algo boxes running, I'm reaching my goal. Wacky flashing, trades in the clear. Rolling, just squeezing, I see no fear. Currency flowing, surfing the waves. Super alpha, omega leading the way. Enigma bot whispering all through the night. Making moves and everything's tight. Charts on my canvas, I paint it with trades. Candlesticks dance as the profits cascade. Bears and bulls, they come and they go. But I hold my ground, watch the capital grow. Risk and reward, it's all in the game. Algo box guiding, no need for fame. Late nights grinding, I stay in the zone. Counting blessings as I claim the throne. On the track now we trade, way up. Takes like we never give up. Algo box, I'm showing the way. Money flowing in from night to day. On the track now we trade, way up.
Divergence down Q on the 37.
RSI rising back, he's on point. Enigma bot whispers, I'm on the brink. Scalping quick.
Okay, we're back on. Closed out all the charts for full auto. Still has a position open.
Q on the 6.
Kill that one. All right, bots are down 140 on the morning. And what am I going to do with this bad boy here? High time frame, let's see, 37. We got the red dot up top. Really wish I could have taken advantage of that as we popped up. Would have been perfect to hit that red dot. I need to pick a spot to be wrong here. Zeus.
Fib.NQ on the 37. Divergence up lower bands on touch NQ on the 37. Fib.NQ on the 9. Lower bands touch NQ on the 37.
Okay, we got about a minute to 10 a.m.
Surely expecting the meeting between NATO's Rutt and Trump. No live video has been found for it, but it is supposed to be held at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll keep looking.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 37.
beast in this game. No competition, I'm taking names. It's insane. Algorithmic precision, scammers feel the pain. Live streaming daily, exposing the shady friend. Trading triumph.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
With Algo box by my side, no mistake can be made.
No way we are locking up right now. All right. We're done, folks. I have no idea why this thing is continuously locking up. Are you kidding me?
Unraveling the scam with Algo box in my hands, high in demand. Bad habits linger, can't erase them, so I'll find a new way. It's program failure. Know their tricks, better move the trains, locking the reversal to the moves I made. Bad habits linger, but I let them fade. Can't erase them, so I'll find a new way. It's program failure. I know their tricks, but I move with the flow like market ticks. Replay sharpens the way I see. Every second's a step towards clarity. The more I practice, the more it shows. In the rise and fall, that's how it goes. I'm counting time spent in the replay, it's all aligned. Every move in the market brings profit to my mind. I hold till the signal stay no rush. Alpha Omega finds its match in the hush. In the charts I find my way, stalking the reversal till it's my day. In the charts I find my flow, moving with precision, just letting go.
Fib.NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Stalking the reversal, the move so slick. Algo box talks through every chart. Flow mastery guides me, playing its part. Every candle shows me where to go. Price action telling me what I know. Patience pays profits growing with every sign.
Enigma long on the
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to downgrade. So I had just recently upgraded to the latest NinjaTrader, and well, it seemed to be working fine, but obviously it is not.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
5.2. Oh my word. Real-time protection. I did turn that off. No, this is something different. We haven't had lockups in forever. And then all of a sudden, so I just approved the 5.2 update to NinjaTrader. What was that, Saturday? And but no, apparently there are still issues. I did not. Well, I didn't
Divergence
I
down,
didn't
NQ on the
recreate the templates. So there's a few things that I could do with that. It might be recreating the templates, could be a few other things.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 37.
Listening for audio box. Are the sellers going to step in here, or are we going to keep going? There's a big fat red dot on the 9, so I'm basically going to... It's basically this or it's not. It's that red dot. That red dot breaks. Well, then I'm going to call it a day, and then I'm going to work on uninstalling this current update and see what in the heck is going on there.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Touch NQ on the 37. Fib.NQ on the 4. NQ on the 6.
Yeah, I'll communicate in Discord with folks to see who had that, who else got that update, if there were any others. At the same time, I did not recreate the templates. Like I'm still on the old templates. I say old, but prior version templates.
NQ on the 30.
All right, I'm going to take the loss. Oh my goodness, I'm pressing close and I'm getting locked. Oh my word, what is this? What is this?
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Close operation failed, operation timed out, manually close your position. I'm trying to manually close a position. Oh my word. Is flat and all working? Oh my word. Okay. I'm too frustrated to talk about it right now. We'll have to deal with it later.